Alright guys, welcome back. This is my second video. This is the decontamination stage, so if you need the prep stage, go back one video. I already prepped the car, it's all dried off. The first thing I'm going to do here, I have this clay, I'm not going to use this yet, but the first thing I have is something called Iron X, or Iron Out, depending on how you want to say it, and the brand. This is CarPro Iron Out. Really what this gets is any rail dust, iron, different contaminants in the paint that clay doesn't get. I actually did a lot of research on this because I thought it was kind of, it seemed a little bit like a marketing ploy, but after doing a lot of research, it was definitely obvious that this is something you probably want to pick up. I used to just clay the cars and I was pretty happy with that, but this is going to bring it to a whole new level, I hope. I've actually never used this on my paint, only on my wheels, to get, you know, the brake dust, rail dust, anything. If you live near a railroad, really anything in the paint that the clay can't get. So these are the two big parts that are going to get this out. And by the way, I think no matter what brand you get, it's going to smell like the worst smell you've ever smelled. So beware about that. This is the cherry scent. Let's see. I'm not going to move the camera because I usually mess it up later, but this is the cherry scent. All you have to do is spray it on and then wash it off. So I'm going to do that right now, and it does turn purple when it's done. I do actually store this stuff in a different container because it smells so bad even when it's closed. The nozzle is fully closed. It's seriously, it's the worst man-made smell you can even imagine. Definitely see some. Right. Oops. Let's see if I can focus it. Oh yeah, there you go. See that right there. I will take my license plate off in just a second here. I actually forgot. I was getting a little excited, but that's what it looks like, and that's iron. The front, holy cow. Yep, you can see that. Going to work. Purple streaks. You can definitely see it on a white car. And what iron looks like on your car? Oh, here we go. What iron looks like is just little yellow dots. So that is some sort of iron or something. Okay, I would say let it work for maybe 5 minutes or so. I've seen a couple different, answers to that. Let it work 5 minutes, let it work 2 minutes. Oh my God, the back is just so bad. Let's rinse this bad boy down. I appreciate the comments on my maintenance car wash video. Everybody liked the audio and liked the angles. This is probably my favorite angle because you can see the most and I have the least to worry about, but it is kind of boring. It's just the side of the car, the right side of the car. So I will try to switch it up, but I do appreciate your feedback, I really do. That video actually was had 3 times as many views as my other ones. 3 times as quick, 3 times as many. A couple people subbed from it, so thank you for that. I hope you're here for anything car related, but right now it's detailing because I've been digging it and had a little detail box that I ordered, so that'll be coming. I don't know if I'll unbox it, but I'll show you. Definitely show you what I do. I don't know if I'll show you, unless it's anything significantly new, I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay guys, so I rinsed down the car. Instead of drying it, I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. Some people do it, some people don't. I'm going to leave the water on the car, and I'm actually going to use some clay Luber. This is actually by Chemical Guys. I was planning on using some Adams Quick Detailer because that's what they recommend with the Adams Viscose Clay. But I have so much of this stuff, the clay Luber by Chemical Guys, clay lubricant. I should just use it. So I'm gonna use it on the wet car, that way I don't really have to dilute this very much. I can just spray a little bit less because this isn't concentrated, this isn't diluted or anything like that. So let's get to it, and I'll give you a couple of my thoughts when I'm clay and bar in the car. First time using Adam's clay. Didn't even really realize this thing was on here. But I'm gonna take a little bit more. Put this in here just because I don't think I'll need that extra. So all you want to do, all right, there you go. Make sure it's nice and warm. And all this is gonna do, all this is gonna do is pick up any contaminants. It's really like an exfoliation for your paint. So let me back up here. Just mist this on. Feel free to use it very liberally. As soon as the clay bar starts sticking or not moving very quick, that's when you know you can use some more. And all you do is rub back and forth, and you'll be able to feel it. It's much more slicker where you already went. I think the smaller is a little bit better. The water helps because you don't have to worry about diluting it. I don't know why you dry it and then do it, and you can absolutely do the glass. On my Jeep, I do the glass very frequently because it's not sealed and it gets dirty so quickly. Okay, so that's the clay, that's the dirty clay. You can see this side is a little bit cleaner, so it definitely is picking up. You want to knead the clay. This is really nice clay, by the way. It is hot out, but it just really moves in your hand super easily. And just work in like a 20 by 20. That way you can keep track of your work. And I would say don't be afraid to push too hard. But you will be slightly marring the paint, by the way. So it's always good to do a clay and then a correction, because you are working very close to the paint. Sometimes instead of kneading it, I just flip the clay bar over and hold on to the side that's dirty. I think that's a pretty good method. And then once both sides are dirty, then you can knead it. And you definitely have to push hard enough. I would say at least 5 pounds of pressure. You can kind of go the other way. So pick it all up. Pick up all that stuff. You're exfoliating the paint, cleaning it up. Any road grime that sticks, I mean, you're definitely not gonna pick that up when you do a regular wash. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Get this little. Okay, and the car, do this for the whole car. There isn't really anything different. I'm not gonna show you me claying my entire car. That video would be horrible. So I'm just doing top to bottom. Alright guys, so finally finished with the decontamination. Did the full iron out, rinsed it off, and then I did the clay bar, as you could see, and rinsed it down just from the clay spray. I like to rinse it, and then I dried it with my waffle weave towel here. So that's going to be it for the part 2 for the decontamination process. Really the most important part about decontamination is that it gets the particles and rail dust and overspray and really anything in the paint that you can't get off in a normal wash. It just gets embedded in the paint, and then if you go to wax it without claying it frequently enough, usually once, maybe twice a year, the sealant or wax won't stick to the paint as well. Plus, the depth and the whole smoothness and everything, that also plays into, you know, why you would do a decontamination once, twice a year, depending. But to be honest with you, as much as I've been driving this car, I brought it on rallies, I go to Cars and Coffee all the time. I drive it during the winters, maybe once a week if it's a dry day. So it does see its fair share of road. It's probably a 70 or 80% daily driver. I do have a Grand Cherokee I drive on bad days or whatever I want to do, if I have to, you know, load stuff or pick up stuff. But it was really quick. I definitely would recommend the Adams Viscose Clay, which is what I used, along with the Iron Out. I haven't really used a lot of Iron Out. Actually, that's the only Iron Out product I've used by CarPro, but definitely recommend it. So this is part 2. Like I said, I'm gonna have 3 other parts for a total of 5 right now. I could change that up, but the second, or not the second, but the next part after this is going to be the actual correction stage, where I'm going to be taking the scratches out of the paint. So you want to do this before you do that, because you could be marring the paint when you clay bar it a little bit. So that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this was helpful. Leave me a comment below and look out for my next video. Thanks, guys.